Live from New Delhi, you're watching GD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Amritpal Singh. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the World Audiovisual Entertainment Summit Waves 2025 in Mumbai. Hails the rise of India's orange economy driven by innovation and creativity. US Defence Secretary Hegseth expresses condolences to India over Pahalgam terror attack, pledges support in the fight against terrorism. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh highlights Pakistan's role in backing terror groups. Former South Korean President Yoon indicted for abuse of power. And US signs the long-awaited historic natural resources deal with Ukraine. Both sides agree to set up a reconstruction investment fund. First up, the updates from the first ever World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit, which is being held in Mumbai. Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the Waves 2025, India's first of its kind World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit at the Geo World Centre in Mumbai today. The event will provide a global platform for discussions on the future of audiovisual and entertainment industry. Addressing the summit, the Prime Minister noted that WAVES is more than just an acronym, but it embodies a true wave of culture, creativity and universal connection.
यहाँ भी कई लोग बैठे जिन्होंने गांधी 150 के समय 2-2, 3-3 मिनट के अपने वीडियोज बनाए थे, गांधी जी के विचारों को आगे बढ़ाया था। भारत और दुनिया भर के क्रिएटिव वर्ल्ड की ताकत मिलकर क्या कमाल कर सकती है, इसकी एक झलक हम तब देख चुके हैं। आज उसी समय की कल्पना हकीकत बनकर वेव्स के रूप में जमीन पर उतरी है। साथियों, जैसे नया सूरज उगते ही आकाश को रंग देता है, वैसे ही ये समिट अपने पहले पल से ही चमकने लगी है।
On the first day of the summit, filmmaker Karan Johar moderated a session titled The Journey from Outsider to Ruler at Waves 2025. The session featured iconic actors like Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, who shared their experiences and insights. Shah Rukh Khan called upon youngsters to work hard, and he does not really want to distinguish between outsider and insider. Actress Deepika Padukone, on the other hand, spoke about how one needs to be authentic in roles assigned to him or her.
First, like to clarify, because there's a lot of discussion. Hunger, ambition, all these are lofty words, and it's wonderful to describe yourself and say कि हाँ, मैं बहुत भूखा था, मैंने बहुत मेहनत की. These are lofty words once you have made it big, so I don't believe in them. I also have a problem about distinction of this insider and outsider. I think it is not important where you come from. It is not important कि आप किस जगह से आए हो और इस वर्ल्ड में बसना चाहते हो. Actually what is important is आप इस वर्ल्ड में, या जो भी वर्ल्ड आप चूज करो, बिजनेस है, फिल्म्स है, पॉलिटिक्स है, आप उसमें अपनी जगह कैसे बनाना चाहते हो. What happens is most people start thinking, oh, I'm from the outside world, only the privileged will get a chance. I don't have such a distinguished background, I will not get it. So if you start wallowing in self-pity and thinking these things, you will never give your full force of energy to make a space for yourself in the world that you want to be part of.
There's certainly an advantage to the amount of knowledge and information that there is out there today, but I think most importantly to not lose who you are in that process, because what makes one actor unique from the other is yourself. Every role can be played by every actor. So if something's offered to me, somebody else can do it. But eventually what makes it different is how I do it and how I bring a little bit of myself to that role versus say how somebody else, So I think to not worry about what is happening around you, but really tune in and be authentic is when I think you will be seen and will help you stand out from everyone else.
And addressing a keynote at the session named Building the Next Global Entertainment Revolution from India, businessman Mukesh Ambani said that Indian actors are the most influential cultural ambassadors.
The products of the creative industries have yet another power. The best among them can effortlessly cross national, social and cultural boundaries and find a permanent place in the hearts of people around the world. This is how our movies, movie stars and singers have carried the flag of Indian culture to all parts of Asia, Africa, Europe and America. How many of these global celebrities are present and involved with waves? Amitabh Bachchan ji, Shah Rukh Khan, Rajnikant, Gulzar Saab, Hema Malini and many others. I respectfully salute all of them for their credible achievements. They are India's most influential cultural ambassadors.
And during the Waves being held in Mumbai, addressing the session on the future of advertising, CEO of WPP, Mark Reed, spoke about the revolution artificial technology has brought in the world of advertising.
Today, we're at another critical juncture in our industry with the AI revolution, which in my view is as profound, if not more profound, in terms of impact on advertising and indeed on society as any of the previous revolutions. Because, for the first time, computers can do things that we thought only people could do, only humans could do. They can write copy, take photos, create videos, analyze documents, make recommendations. And while they may not be truly creative in the way that we understand it, they are capable of augmenting human creativity in a very powerful way.
And Bollywood actors Saif Ali Khan and Nimrat Kaur were among the prominent personalities who attended Day 1 of the Waves Summit 2025 in Mumbai on Thursday. In an interaction with DD India's Siddharth Bharadwaj, Saif Ali Khan highlighted the summit's potential to boost connectivity across sectors, while Nimrat Kaur praised the event as progressive, inspiring and full of enterprise. Take a look.
I think it's a fantastic platform. It's a wonderful initiative by the Prime Minister, by the IB Ministry, by FICCI, by everybody involved. And I'm very excited. The thing is connectivity, to connect not only internationally but even our country, to connect the dots, between north, south and all these. If we can work together, we have so many wonderful, wonderful stories to tell. I think we have the best stories in the world to tell. And our film industry is so popular internationally, and we have so much love, and I would like to see it go to the next level, and this is a wonderful platform for that. It's all about collaboration, and it's also about giving opportunities inside our country, because there's so much untapped talent, and that's the most exciting thing. I think this is a one-of-its-kind summit, so we're all very excited to see what happens, and it's full of potential. Because there are wonderful, wonderful stories in animation, video games. Anyway, India has been doing that.
I have with me Bollywood actress Nimrat Kaur. Let's talk to her. Ma'am, how do you like the idea of Waves?
जी बहुत प्रोग्रेसिव, बहुत ही अमेजिंग और बहुत ही एक एंटरप्राइजिंग आइडिया है और मोदी जी के गाइडेंस में और उनके नेतृत्व में हमेशा हर चीज़ बिल्कुल अपने समय से आगे ही होती है. So very very honored and very privileged to be a part of Waves and really looking forward to the summit.
How about the creators? You know, this is a hub for creators.
Ji.
They can showcase their prowess, and the content is glowing, beyond the borders.
Ji.
How do you react to that?
Well, I think internationally, content is really king right now. हमारे पास opportunities इतना अच्छा, हमारे पास exposure है हर तरह की content के लिए, और भले वो अमेरिका हो, यूरोप हो, UK हो, और भारतीय आर्टिस्ट तो हर जगह हम लोग अपनी छाप छोड़ने में we've been there for many decades now. और आजकल का समय जो है वो बहुत ही इस चीज़ को encourage करता है. So this is a great opportunity and wonderful.
Thank you so much. That was Nimrat Kaur who said that this is a great opportunity and a great platform. With camera person Jagmohan, this is Siddharth Bhardwaj reporting for DD India in Mumbai.
Adobe CEO Shantanu Narayan also shared his thoughts in the session on design, media and creativity in the age of AI. He said that India has become an incubator power of technology and leads the world in digital payment infrastructure and AI. Shantanu Narayan said that India has the opportunity to lead through ethical AI on the global stage.
AI will facilitate the creation of different pieces of content, products and services, and we can build on the strong heritage of learning and education by continuing to invest in AI literacy for all ages. India also has the opportunity to lead through ethical AI on the global stage. The Prime Minister earlier today talked about innovating responsibly, and we believe at Adobe that protecting intellectual property of the creators is an important differentiator for us, and our Firefly models have been designed to be commercially safe.
US Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth spoke with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today and expressed his sympathies for the tragic loss of lives in the terror attack in Pahalgam. Hegseth reiterated the US's support for India's right to defend itself and its commitment to combating terrorism. In response, the Defence Minister highlighted Pakistan's history of supporting terrorist organizations and stressed the need for global community to condemn such acts unequivocally. The Chief of National Investigation Agency, Sadanand Date, inspected the site of the April 22nd terror attack at Baisaran in Pahalgam on Thursday. According to officials, the NIA DG also had a discussion with senior officials of the anti-terror agency probing the case. The NIA had on April 27th taken over the terrorist attack in which the investigation into the terrorist attack in which 26 people, mostly tourists, were gunned down. The agency has also intensified the search for evidence and questioned scores of eyewitnesses to unravel the terror conspiracy. Meanwhile, in another development, the Supreme Court of India on Thursday slammed a petitioner and junked his plea for seeking judicial probe into the Pahalgam terror attack last month. India's apex court observed that such petitions only seek to demoralize forces at a time when every citizen of the country has united to fight against terrorism. And Pahalgam wears a really sad look. Tourist footfall has fallen down drastically, while the locals lament the human and economic loss of foreign tourists and are all praised for the hospitality of Kashmiris in Pahalgam. DD India correspondent Vishal Baristo brings you more in this report.
I'm here in the Pahalgam market. The NIA team had just visited Baisaran. They are investigating this case of the dastardly attack in which 26 people got killed. The market is not that much crowded, which it was supposed to be during this season. Let's talk to some of the locals and find out. After this incident, what has been the situation here? Are the tourists still coming, or they have their number has declined?
नहीं, ये जो यहाँ इंसिडेंट जो टेरर अटैक यहाँ हुआ है उस दिन से यहाँ की जो अगर हम टूरिज्म की बात करें, टूरिस्ट का जो यहाँ आना था उसमें बिल्कुल कमी हुई है, विजिबल कमी हुई है। तो ये एक बड़ा टेररिस्ट अटैक था। तो इस सिलसिले में यहाँ के जो टूरिस्ट आ रहे थे यहाँ उनमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा कमी देखने को मिल रही है।
If we talk about the the footfall of the tourists. क्या कहेंगे? What would you say?
मैं तो इसके बारे में जब से ये टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ है यहाँ पे तब से तो पूरा ठप बैठा है. मार्केट खुला है, मार्केट तो अभी जस्ट आप देख भी रहे हो, अभी सब खुला है, लेकिन टूरिज्म कुछ भी नहीं है यहाँ पे.
There are some foreign tourists as well. Let's talk to them and find out how do they feel about this. I'm here in the Pahalgam market. Let's talk to them and find out what do they have to speak about it. Where are you from?
Vietnam.
So, are you aware of the terror attack which shook Pahalgam?
I know. I'm aware. Yeah.
Do you feel unsafe?
Not really. I feel safe because a lot of military around, so I feel safe.
What has been your experience here? How did you like the place?
Yeah, actually the landscape is very beautiful and the food, we love the food in here. Yeah.
So what memories are you going to take back?
Memories of the mountains, Dao Lake, and Boyani.
So there you heard from this tourists. They have all words of appreciation about the people, about the place. But yes, the attack has definitely taken a beating. With cameraman Mohit Uike in Pahalgam, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
And still to come up on this edition of DD India Live, Istanbul authorities put public transport in lockdown mode to prevent Mayday marches. Today is the International Labour Day. Workers and activists across the world hold Mayday rallies for improved labour rights.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Amritpal Singh. Moving on, former South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol has been indicted for abuse of power stemming from his controversial martial law declaration on Thursday. The indictment comes as Yoon is already on trial for orchestrating an insurrection. The latest charges relate to his attempt to impose martial law back in December last year, a move that saw armed soldiers deployed by the parliament. The indictment coincides with the ongoing investigations into bribery allegations involving Yoon's wife, Kim Kyon-hee, and a Shanman accused of gifting her luxury items. Investigators recently raided Yoon's private residence in Seoul as part of this probe. With Yoon out of office, South Korea is scheduled to hold a snap election on the 3rd of June. South Korea's acting President Han Duck-soo announced his resignation on Thursday. His resignation comes ahead of an expected run for the president in the country's snap elections on the 3rd of June. In a nationally televised address, Han said that he was stepping down to take on the bigger responsibility for the country. Han was serving his second stint as the head of the cabinet when he became acting president on the 14th of December last year, after the then President Yoon Suk Yeol was impeached by the parliament for his short-lived move to impose martial law. After Han's resignation, Finance Minister Choi Sang-mok will inherit the role of the President and Prime Minister beginning Thursday midnight. Meanwhile, South Korea's Supreme Court on Thursday overturned a low court's acquittal of Democratic Party presidential front-runner Lee Jae-myung on charges of election law violation. The Supreme Court threw into doubt Lee's eligibility to run for the presidency by overturning an earlier ruling that had cleared him of election law violations. The court said that Lee violated election law by publicly making false statements and ruled to send the case back to the appeals court. At an event with workers in Seoul, Lee said that he would do whatever people wanted no matter what his political rivals said. Ukraine and the United States on Wednesday signed a deal heavily promoted by the US President Donald Trump that will give United States preferential access to new Ukrainian minerals deal. The agreement establishes a US-Ukraine reconstruction investment fund with Ukraine retaining full control over its natural resources. Turkish police scuffled with Mayday protesters in Istanbul on Thursday, forcefully detaining some of them and dragging them away to buses. The groups aim to march to Taksim Square, where all the protesters are banned since 2013. Police blocked the groups gathered in Istanbul's central Besiktas and Sicily areas, pushing back and scuffling them with the ones who attempted to break through the police barricades to walk to Taksim despite the ban. Protests are held in Istanbul and around Turkey every year to mark the International Labour Day. And workers and activists around the world marked the International Labour Day on May 1st with rallies demanding improved labour rights. Protests, many focused on workers and immigrants' rights, was sparked by the concerns over President Donald Trump's policies, including aggressive tariffs and immigration crackdowns. In Turkey, police clashed with protesters in Istanbul, while in South Korea, workers rallied in Seoul for stronger labor rights. Thousands of protesters gathered in Athens for demanding higher wages, with workers halting public transport and port services to demand action against rising living costs. The International Cricket Council has named Lord's Cricket Ground as the venue of the final ICC Women's 2020 World Cup 26. In the title clash for the 10th edition of the 2020 World Cup is set for July 5th. The ICC also revealed that Edgbaston, Hampshire, Bull, Headingley, Old Trafford Cricket Ground, the Oval and Bristol County Ground will host matches during the tournament. The Women's 2020 Cup 2026 will be played on the 12th of June and span for 24 days, featuring 33 matches before reaching its grand finale at the Lords. India's Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia conferred the country's highest supporting award to badminton champions Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy in New Delhi on Thursday. Chirag and Satvik were named for the 2023 Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award but could not attend the ceremony last year due to their playings. They were due to receive the award from Sports Minister Mandavia in February this year, but the event was postponed after Satvik's father passed away. Chirag and Satvik had a memorable 2023. They won the Asian Games gold medal and the Asian Championships title and the prestigious Indonesia Open. They have also clinched World Championships bronze medal and Commonwealth Games gold medal. India concluded its campaign at the Asian Under-15 and Under-17 boxing championships with 43 medals, finishing second in the overall tally in Amman, the capital of Jordan. The final day of the tournament saw India Under-17 continuing a contingent bag 4 more golds. All 4 medals were won by the girl boxers. Indian athletes bagged a total of 15 gold, 6 silver and 22 bronze medals. India finished just 1 medal behind Kazakhstan, which topped the table. The Under-15 contingent fetched the highest number of golds in the competition, with 11 led by the girls team, who swept 10 of the 15 available gold medals. Indian Grandmaster Romesh Babu Praanandha secured the third place at the Superbet Rapid and Blitz tournament in Warsaw. Slovenian Grandmaster Vladimir Fodosiv emerged as a champion with 26.5 points. Francis Maxime Vachialavgraev claimed the second place with 21.5 points, while Praanandha had 20.5 points despite suffering several defeats in the Blitz round in rounds. The 8-year-old bounced back with 4 wins and his final 5 games. The Grand Chess Tour now moves to Romania for its first classical leg, which begins on the 7th of May. And some more news from Waves Mumbai, addressing a session on powering the creators' economy in India. At Waves, CEO of YouTube, Neil Moan, said that India is a creator nation with 100 million channels uploading content in 2024, and out of those, over 15,000 of them have over 1 million subscribers.
Prime Minister's visionary leadership has made India a beacon for creators all over the world. And it's really evidenced by his own remarkable digital presence. With over 25 million subscribers on YouTube, the Prime Minister has the largest YouTube following of any head of government in the world. Indian creators exemplify what is special about YouTube: the ability to share history, culture, and passion with viewers in every corner of the world. Last year, content produced in India racked up 45 billion hours of watch time from viewers outside of the country. In the next 2 years, YouTube will invest over 850 crores to accelerate the growth of Indian creators, artists, and media companies.
And that's all in this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on your screens right now to download. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Amritpal Singh from my entire team here in Delhi. Thank you for watching DD India Live.